So I finally have a new DIY video for you. It's probably one of my most requested videos. So today I'm going to be showing you how to change up a pair of old shorts that maybe you don't like anymore, you're bored, or they're a bit kind of like not as trendy as they used to be maybe. I'm going to show you a way to kind of bring them into summer 2012. I'm going to be showing you how to pastel tie-dye a pair of shorts. And now you can either go out and buy a new pair of shorts like really cheap, or you can do what I did and just use an old pair. These are just from Lilac, and yeah, I tie-dyed them. I wanted to do pastel because pastel is like such a huge trend this year, especially in spring and summer. Tie-dye is also a really big trend at the moment, so I thought I'd like mash the two together to make a really cool pair of up-to-date kind of trendy shorts. And if you want to do something that's more wintry for like autumn winter, you can just tie-dye with like navy blue or something. That would look really cool. My shorts were a light blue to begin with, so I actually bleached them to make them more of a white colour because I don't think it would have looked as good with the original kind of like light blue. So if you don't have like a white pair of shorts or jeans, just like I didn't, then I'm going to quickly show you how I bleached them. It's really easy. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. So let's get on to what you will need. Firstly, if you want to lighten your shorts, you will need some bleach. Any regular household bleach will do. And then I've just used a black bin bag, but you can use a sheet or newspaper, literally just to put down on the surface that you're working on so you don't ruin it, or do it outside. And then you'll need some elastic bands. I would advise wearing gloves to protect your hands from the bleach and the dye. Mine are just some I picked up cheap at Boots. It doesn't matter what you use. You can use marigolds or just any sort of gloves that are going to protect your hands basically. Then obviously you will need a choice of dye. I asked all of you on Twitter whether you preferred the pastel pink, the baby blue or the lilac, and everyone voted for lilac, so I'm using a dye from Dylon and it's in French lavender. I got this from C&H Fabrics, and then I'm using some salt also by Dylon. It's really cheap, and that just helps the dye absorb into the fabric, but it's not a necessity. And then obviously I've got my old pair of shorts from Lilac, and you can see they're a little bit of a light blue, so that's why I want to bleach them so they're a lot more white. Then the last thing you need is a bucket or a washing up bowl. If you need to bleach your shorts like I did, then I'm going to quickly show you how to do it. You're going to need your bleach, and like I said, I'm just using any household bleach, and there was about 750 millilitres in this bottle, so I used the whole bottle. Once you've poured that all into the bowl, it's a good idea to dilute the bleach so that you can fully submerge the shorts into the bowl. But obviously you don't have to do that, and the more bleach you use, the quicker the shorts will lighten. I just used 2 jugs of water. It doesn't matter whether it's hot or cold. I probably just used lukewarm, and it was equivalent to 4 pints, but it really doesn't matter what the bleach to water ratio is. Now it's time to grab your gloves, because you don't really want to be getting bleach all over your hands because it'll probably dry them out and crack them, and it's just generally not very good, so you're probably better off to put some gloves on. And then you need to grab your shorts, pop them in the water, and then just sort of squish them around a bit and wiggle it around just so that all the water and the bleach is absorbed fully by the shorts. I left my shorts to soak for about an hour and a half, but yours is obviously going to vary depending on the colour of the shorts and the amount of bleach that you used. After that, I rinsed them in cold water just in the sink, and then I popped them into the washing machine and put them on a really quick cold wash just to completely get rid of the bleach. You don't need to use any fabric conditioner or detergent, just purely wax them in and put them on a cool wash. Then I ended up with these. If you would like a cool DIY on a pair of like acid wash jeans but with a twist, then please let me know. And then you just need to start tying your jeans up. Now I left mine damp because my dye said that I could keep my jeans damp, but if your dye requires you to have dry jeans, then make sure they are dry before you start tying. Now all you need to do is grab a bit of fabric like I'm doing here, and it's very simple. You just pull a bit up, keep it tight, twist it, and then secure it with an elastic band. And now you just need to carry on doing that technique all over your shorts and your jeans. And there's no rule to how to do this. It depends, you know, what you want your pattern and design to be like. You never know what the outcome is going to be like really until you've actually done the full DIY, which is why tie-dyeing is fun, because every outcome is unique. Wanna be a mood so blue that no one can deny. Also, I don't know if you can see here, but on a couple of them I've actually put 2 bands around the bit that I've twisted, and it just gives a better sunburst effect. And then you'll end up with a lump of kind of nothingness by the end of it, but don't worry, it will all turn out good in the end. Now it's time to dye your shorts. If you're using the same dye as me, then great, because you can just follow my instructions, and all the instructions will be in the down bar. All the info to everything where you can buy stuff will be in the down bar. But if you're not using the same dye as me, then please read the instructions on the back of your dye, because they might vary. First, you need to fill your bowl up with approximately 6 litres of warm water. And as you can tell, I've left 500 millilitres of warm water in the little pouring jug that I've got, because that'll be used to dissolve the dye. And now if you're using salt, I'm just using the Dylon one, as I said earlier. You need to get 5 tablespoons of that and dissolve that into the big bowl of warm water. Now it's time to grab your dye and cut the top off and pour it into the 500 millilitres of warm water, and make sure you stir that up and dissolve all of the dye. And now for the easy bit, just pour the dye that you've just dissolved into the big bowl of warm water with salt in, and then stir it all around to make sure that the dye and the salt is all dissolved. Now to put your fabulous gloves back on, we need to grab your shorts and just plonk them into the water. Not the most technical word, but you get my gist. Yeah, and just put them into the dye and move them around a bit and make sure that the fabric's starting to soak in all that dye. The instructions on my dye said to stir regularly for 45 minutes, and I just used a metal spoon that I found in my kitchen. Just make sure you use something that you're happy with maybe ruining, and if you're a little bit younger, make sure you tell your parents what you're using, because I'm pretty sure your mum won't be happy if you dye a wooden spoon lilac. And then once you're done, you just need to make sure that it's picked up all the dye all over the garment, and once that looks all okay, just take them out, squeeze all the excess dye, and take them to the sink and rinse them through with cold water, just like you did with the bleach. And then you want to wash them in warm water. Don't use any detergent or conditioner, just warm water, and then dry away from any direct heat or sunlight. So this is the end result. Voila! I am quite happy with them, and I really like the lilac and the white together. It kind of reminds me of candy almost. And if you like, you can do like multicoloured pastel if you like. That would be really cool. You could do the baby blue and the pink and the lilac all at the same time. If you want to see a DIY on how to do kind of multiple colour tie-dye, then let me know and I'll do that as well. So I hope you enjoyed that DIY, and it was kind of easy to follow and you have fun doing it. And I would show you how I style them, but these shorts actually don't fit me anymore. So I would say my tip for wearing tie-dye bottoms, whether they're shorts or jeans, is keep everything quite plain. Like I'd say plain top, plain shoes, and then maybe jazz it all up with loads of like jewellery, like bangles, rings, necklaces, earrings, whatever your kind of thing is. Or you could kind of go for a pastel colour blocking, so you could have like a pastel coloured nail varnish on if you're doing like pastel coloured jeans, or you could do pastel coloured shoes or tops and do like colour blocking in that way. So you could either go for colour blocking, or you could go for keep it quite plain and just keep the focus on the shorts. So I hope that helps you a little bit, and again I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!